Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Krista Joy from DisneyWays.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. We've got some news from Harambee Market at Disney's Animal Kingdom for you this week. Lots of Disneyland's 60th anniversary news, and we know about some permits filed for the new DVC bungalows at Wilderness Lodge, so we'll share that with you as well. And also lots and lots more, as always. But first, we wanted to talk to you about our all-nighter meetup that we just had. It was a total blast, and we have to thank Big Ears Adventures for sponsoring the event. It was wonderful. I think we had, probably 50 people show up, Tony. Would you say it was about?
Probably close to that. Yep.
Yeah, really a good time and just lots of laughs and pictures. And we also want to thank Matt over at Magic Your Band. He sent us lots of fun bands to give away and things. So we just had a great time. It was wonderful. I think it was a huge success.
Yeah, it was very good. It was we met some people that we haven't seen, like Bob, who is a guest on the show. I'm sure Bob is listening again and laughing now.
Hey, Bob.
And I had not met Megan before, so it was nice to meet Megan and her husband in person. Jeffrey, I think his name is, right?
Yes.
So it was good. It was a good time.
Absolutely. So if you weren't able to make it, take heart, because we are going to be getting back together again very soon. Right, Tony?
I am so glad we do this once a month. No, really. It is fun to do it once a month. It is nice to see everybody in person. Because you can kind of, you see a Facebook picture, and that's really not the same. It's nice to put a face to the picture, even though it is a face on the picture.
Yes.
Except when people have pictures of their dogs, and then I really can't tell. Gee, you've lost a lot of hair.
Right. So, yeah, Saturday, June 27th at 8 o'clock, we are going to be having yet another monorail crawl, because why not? It's really hot outside, and the monorail is air conditioned, and everybody really enjoys these meetups. So we're going to be doing it again on June 27th at 8 o'clock, and we're going to start at the Outer Rim Lounge in the Contemporary. So hope to see you there. I did want to mention that as of right now, we don't have a sponsor for this meetup. So if you would like to hear your business talked about on the Disney Parks Podcast and help us sponsor some goodie bags for everyone who attends, that would be great. Just contact me over Facebook or send me an email, DisneyWays@DisneyWays.com, and let me know, and I'll give you the details and stuff. We'd love to have you sponsor and just help promote your company or your business in the goodie bags. So that's June 27th.
Yeah. Hey, what time did you leave the all-nighter? Did you leave before or after the rain, or during the rain?
We missed the rain.
You missed the rain? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so I think the rain kind of thinned out the herd this year, because we left the meetup and we went. What did we go on? Oh, we were going to go on the People Mover, but it was stuck. And it started drizzling. So we decided to go to the Cosmic Rays and sit down. And it poured. We waited for the downluge to stop. Then we went out. And then I decided to leave because it was 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow. Well, I've had a couple people tell me that they went on lots of rides. There was hardly any wait.
Yeah.
And some of the locals mentioned that, they felt like, the novelty's worn off for them. So they just kind of didn't go this year because, they've had so many all-nighters. So I'm wondering if maybe it's losing its luster a little bit, or if, like you said, if it was the rain that sent people away.
Yeah, I definitely think the rain either made people leave or kept people away, one of the two. But yeah, I think for a local, it's good for us, as podcasters, I guess. We can go because we know there'll be a lot of people in town typically. So we could go have a meetup, meet, some of our listeners and kind of hang out with them and chit-chat and have fun. But if I did not have a podcast, I would probably not be going. I'd probably be somewhere else. I'd probably be at the California Grill having sushi, laughing at people down there. Go and look at those crazy crowds down there.
Yeah. So if you haven't come in the past because you were trying to avoid the crowds, maybe come to the next one because it seems like it wasn't quite as crowded this time. So
come and pray for rain.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
So we're super excited because there are fun new tastes at Harambee Market at Disney's Animal Kingdom. The much anticipated market opened late May, and food there, of course, plays a starring role with African-inspired street food and 4 walk-up windows. They've got plenty of shaded seating with 200 plus seats. Have you been out there yet, Tony? I haven't seen this yet.
I have not, and this is my whole thing, and I haven't heard if it's true or not. I know they're saying there's 200 seats, but are any of them inside with air conditioning?
No, because it says shaded seating, so I think that means it's all outdoors.
So then, no, Tony will not be going there.
Okay, at least not until it cools off. So
yeah, at least not until January.
We got a few more details. It says, built around the colonial era train depot design, complete with a 1960s water tower, the marketplace recreates a bustling center of commerce where guests are welcomed from around the world who have come to visit the little seaside town and venture out to the reserve to observe Africa's animals. And it's designed to be the sort of food you'd find in a street market in Africa. The menus are intended to reflect the unique personalities of the establishment's owners. They've got things like skewered chicken and a kebab flatbread sandwich, famous sausages, which features a corn dog inspired by a South African sausage called birawers, dipped in curry-infused corn batter. And then there's Chef Mwanga's, which serves a spice-rubbed karubi rib with green papaya carrot slaw. A 4th window, which I can't pronounce this one either, offers beverages including 6 South African wines by the glass. So this one will be popular. Things like Safari Amber Lager and Orlando Brewing I4 IPA are on draft, as well as Red Sangria with Vander Hum Tangerine Liquor from South Africa and more. So it sounds like we could just have sort of a wine walk at this one window in Animal Kingdom after it cools off. So it sounds like fun.
And maybe we'll have a meetup there in January or February.
Sure. Just give everybody a chance to check it out and look around. I'm sure it's really cool and very themed and all that stuff. So there's new menu changes at Boat Rights. Do you want to talk about this one, Tony?
All right. So there's new Boat Right changes at the Port Orleans Resort. While the Gulf Delta chilled shellfish has been removed from the lineup, the Old Man Island oysters have been added. Now combined with new Colonel's Peace Pieces, featuring a blend of lightly fried oysters, crawfish, shrimp, okra, drizzled with house-made remoulade. Joining the appetizer selection will be the Peakeek platter, including the chef's selection of meats and artisan cheeses. The Pontchartrain pasta will now include orchetta pasta, andouille sausage, and fresh shrimp, complemented with fresh corn and tossed and light cream sauce. The Voodoo chicken will now be accompanied by fluffy waffles and garnished with maple bacon gravy. That's right, I said bacon. Along with these changes, guests will now be able to add a shrimp creole, crab imperial, or crawfish mac and cheese to enhance their entree experience.
So they've changed a policy over at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. They're now allowing everyone to bring balloons. So there you have it. Effective immediately, balloons are now allowed in guest rooms. However, they're not permitted on balconies or in any exterior area facing the animals. Also, there's a new coffee shop pilot at Terra Tony Lounge at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Disney will pilot a new coffee shop offering located in Terra Tony Lounge. The shop will operate daily from 7 to 11 a.m., and you'll be able to choose from a variety of items from regular coffee to a wilderness bark latte and much more. So, Tony, it's a coffee shop, but they're not, branding it as Starbucks. It's just there in the Territory Lounge, right?
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the balloon thing at the Animal Kingdom Lodge for a second.
Okay.
Do the balloons scare the animals?
Well,
I understand them getting loose in the savannah. I get that part. But if they see a balloon bobbing near a sliding glass door, is that going to freak them out? I mean, come on.
Well, I think the concern, because, they don't have plastic straws either.
I get for the safety of the animal part, but what do I have to do? Close my blinds because I have a balloon in my room now? I mean, that's just going to be weird stuff.
No. I don't think they're saying that at all. They just don't want the animals to swallow the latex or the mylar. Right. I think that's the point of the whole thing. But it was kind of ridiculous that she couldn't even have,
because it can't be in any exterior area facing the animal. So
yeah, meaning no balconies that face the savannah.
I mean, every room has got two double pane sliding glass doors, and if the animal sees a balloon going past, he's going to freak out.
No, there's also rooms with balconies, though, that you can go out onto.
Well, every room that's got a balcony.
I think that's what they're saying. Don't take the balloon out on the balcony, because then it could fall down to the ground and the animal could eat it.
And the Territory Lounge coffee thing, I'm kind of confused because there's Roaring Forks not more than 50 feet past. So is it that the people don't want to go down that ramp to get the coffee? I mean, is that too far to go for coffee? You have to have it up in the lounge in the morning? Well, right? I mean, Roaring Forks is right down there. They have two huge coffee burners. So is that too far for coffee, I guess, in the morning? I don't know.
Well, I'm all about somebody bringing me my coffee. If I can sit in the lounge and have somebody bring it, then I would be doing that rather than going and getting in line at Roaring Forks. But that's just me.
Yeah, I don't think somebody's going to bring you coffee in the lounge. I think you're going to get your own coffee. I think it's going to be self-service. I don't think.
Oh.
Yeah. Because like at the Boardwalk lounge, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. They have coffee there in the morning. It's self-service. There's, a couple of urns. There's decaf, black, and hot water, and you make your own coffee in the morning. And that's so that you don't have to go outside. But at the Territory Lounge, I mean, Roaring Forks is only right down that ramp, so it's really not that far for coffee if you had to go get it.
Yeah, it's a good point. I'm not sure. Well, I guess that's why it's a pilot, and they're trying it out to see what people think.
I guess maybe it gets too busy down there. If you just want coffee and nothing to eat, I can see the line getting pretty long in the morning. So maybe if you just want coffee, you can go get complimentary coffee. I don't know. They're not saying if this is complimentary or you have to pay for it.
I'm thinking you got to pay because
I don't know. I think at the Boardwalk it's complimentary, so it may be complimentary here too.
All right. Well, if you guys go, let us know. Send us an email. Let us know.
I'll have to go over there one morning. Talking about the Wilderness Lodge, this has been a long time rumor we've been talking about, but the permits have been filed for what they're calling our standalone villas at the Wilderness Lodge. The diagram I saw, if you were looking at the Wilderness Lodge from the water, okay, say from the boat dock, off to the right-hand side, which wraps towards the Magic Kingdom, there will be standalone villas wrapping that shoreline. And then along the other side, which leads towards Fort Wilderness, there will be standalone villas on that side. I think they're just going to go villa crazy now with these standalone things. We now have them at the Polynesian. I think this is going to start a whole new trend, and they're going to start putting these things wherever. Now, I also believe at Fort Wilderness they're going to add another entire DVC building because this is the second smallest DVC in the DVC collection here at Walt Disney World. So it'll be interesting. I really think they should have done, like Pilgrims and Indians kind of thing. But, we'll have to see. Now, the other interesting thing to notice is that in these renderings, the way they're permitted right now, they're going to be as large as 1,800 square feet, which is 60% larger than the Polynesian bungalows. Because a lot of people saying that the Polynesian bungalows, for the amount of people that it will sleep, is a little tight. It's a little small. I know people that have been in them. I have not been in one myself, but they're saying it is a little, if you have 6 people, that you better be 6 close friends because it's a little tight in there.
Yeah, well, they're 1,100 square feet at the Polynesian bungalows, right?
I don't even think they're that. I know this article saying 1,100, but I think it's less than that. I think they're closer to 8. I think I saw 868, something like that. We'll have to check and report back. But 1,800 square feet. Think of these almost like as treehouse villas rather than Polynesian villas. You know?
Yes.
If you've ever been in a treehouse villa, that's a nice size villa. That would be a better substitute for this. I'm glad they're doing it. I really like the Wilderness. I just hope it can, the one nice thing about the Wilderness Lodge is it is small. There's only 764 rooms, I believe, off the top of my head. And I believe that, it gives it a nice, small, intimate feel. So are they going to make it, really overcrowded like a art of animation resort? I don't know. Will they make more boat trips? Because really the only way to get off this island is a boat to the Magic Kingdom or a bus to somewhere else. So will they increase the buses? Will they increase the boats for guests? I hope they do those things. I hope they make it, right. I just hope they don't build these things.
Yep, lots of good changes. So next up, there are also changes to downtown Disney West side hours. So merchandise operating hours for downtown Disney West Side are now consistent with Marketplace and the Landing. So new operating hours for all the merchandise locations will be Sunday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. So that's good. They need to have everything kind of be opening and closing at the same time. I would think it's probably going to be good.
I think on a weekend, closing at 11:30 p.m. when probably most of the bars and restaurants are open till 1. I don't know. I think they could have kept the merchandise shops open a little bit longer. I would have thought at least till midnight on the weekend. I don't think the extra half an hour was going to kill them.
It's definitely busy enough.
Yeah.
So. And then also we want to mention there's a bunch of new locations, new retail shops coming to Disney Springs. So to kick it off, we've got Zara, which is owned by the Inditex Group, which is one of the world's largest fashion retail groups. Zara is known for its men's, women's, and children's clothing and accessories and how it expertly interprets current fashion and style trends of the season, delivering original designs to the consumer in a matter of weeks. So Zara, they're going to have current clothing for you.
Next up is Tommy Bahamas, which is the iconic island lifestyle brand of Tommy Bahama. Embodies relaxed sophistication at a price tag. The hallmarks of this casual collection include island-inspired sportswear, denim, and swimwear for men and women in luxurious soft silks, cottons, and rich woven textures and eclectic prints. I love Tommy Bahama stuff, and they now have some Disney Tommy Bahama. It's got a Mickey on it, so keep an eye out for those as well.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And then Lily Pulitzer, the authentic American resort wear brand, is landing in the heart of Disney and will be offering their clothing and accessories, optimistic outlook, and happy prints to those who've loved the brand for years and the new Lily girls out there.
Okay, I have no idea what the name of the store is. Uniqlo? Uniqlo? It's the leading global retailer, which I've never heard of, designs, manufactures, and sells casual apparel that comes from the company's Japanese values of simplicity, quality, and longevity. The simplistic design hides the most thoughtful details in clothing that is constantly being innovated to bring warmth and lightness and better designs and comfort to people's lives. I don't think that's a Japanese name because I don't think the Japanese language has Q in it. So that's not a Japanese name. That's something that somebody made. It's probably like an abbreviation for some Japanese company.
Yeah, it's UNIQLO. So maybe other people have heard of it, but we haven't.
Go Google that.
Yeah. The next one I know how to pronounce, Pandora. Pandora is building on its existing relationship with Disney Parks, and the popular Disney brand, as we know, offers classic yet modern charm bracelets along with necklaces, rings, earrings, as well as a line of exclusive Disney-themed jewelry. I'm excited. I can't afford any of this stuff, but I love looking at it in the shop. So excited about Pandora.
Okay, I'm very confused about this next door. I read this was coming, and I'm like, what? There's going to be an UGG store. And UGG is the brand, is recognized as premium lifestyle brand offering men's, women's, and kids' footwear, loungewear, outerwear, home products, and cold weather accessories. Now, I'm not sure, but this is going to be in Florida. I don't know why you would be selling cold weather accessories in Florida. What would you be doing with UGG boots in Orlando, Florida?
I don't know, unless you just want to wear your UGG boots that you bought in Disney back home in Canada and know that you bought them at Disney. Maybe that's why. But otherwise, I don't know. It doesn't get cold here very much. So
I have a feeling they're going to be having a lot of sales on boots.
It'll be a fun one to watch. Okay, so here's another one. I don't know how to pronounce this. I think it's L'Occitane in Provence. This was an international skincare and beauty line celebrating the culture and beauty of Provence, France. So it's French, and I'm definitely saying it wrong, so I apologize. But it's going to be a wonderful French line of beauty products in that store.
Okay, next up is Eddie Beener, a leading eyewear designer, purveyor, and retail. Eddie Beener offers today's aspiring lifestyle-oriented customer the world's largest, most original, authentic, innovative design, fashion, and high-performance eyewear. So this will now be, the second eyewear store at downtown Disney Springs already?
Yes, wow. Which makes sense. There's a lot of sun in Florida, so I can understand that. The sunglasses.
I only have one head to wear them on. That's like the hat store. I only have one head. I can only wear one hat and one pair of glasses at a time. Just saying. All right, let's talk about some dining that's coming, because that makes better sense. I'm into food. I could do without the shopping mall, which I think they're trying to build. All right, first up is Edison, which is inspired by the Edison venue in Los Angeles. This lavish industrial goth-style restaurant and bar and nighttime destination is themed to a 1920 period power plant, recalling the exuberant era of invention and imagination. It will also feature exceptionally good classic American food, craft cocktails, and live entertainment, including a cabaret and music. That sounds like fun.
It sounds great. And we would love to have reps from all of these places come on the show. So if you're listening, give us a call. Yeah. So did you want to talk about the next one?
Yeah, I'll talk about the next one. So this one I'm excited about. This is Sprinkles. It's the world's first cupcake bakery, as named by Food Network, and as others serves up handcrafted cupcakes, slow-churned ice cream, and homemade cookies. And, you ready for this? You have to sit down. They have a cupcake ATM, which serves cupcakes 24/7. There's a cupcake ATM that will serve cupcakes 24/7. I want you to grasp that. I am going to go there at like 3:00 in the morning when it's closed just to get a cupcake and say I got it out of the cupcake ATM.
Yes, let's do it. Let's make a video. Let's meerkat that.
We should have a meetup at 3:00 in the morning to get cupcakes. We should empty the machine of cupcakes.
Yes, email us right now if you want to come to the Sprinkles ATM cupcake meetup.
Yeah, I really. In Japan, they have a vending machine for everything. You know that. Hot dogs, hamburgers, everything. And it all comes out hot. And allegedly, it's all pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I've only had a few things out of vending machines in Japan. But they are the vending machine integrators. So if they're going to have a cupcake, I am sure it is possible. I'm sure it's possible. Right. And the last one is, for this list, no, there's a couple more that Chris will talk about, is Blaze Fast Fired Pizza. And I'm all for good pizza, but Wolfgang does have some pretty good pizza. So they're going to have to do a little bit better than them. This is a modern-day pizza joint known for its custom-built artisan's pizza, freshly made salad, blood orange lemonade, and s'mores pies. This fast-casual restaurant features an interactive assembly line format that allows guests to customize their pizza, choosing from over 40 fresh artisan toppings, all at one price, and the generously sized 11-inch pizzas are fast-fired in a blazing hot open flame oven and ready to eat in just 180 seconds. Now, there was a rumor going around that the pizza place that was opening, aka this one, is also run by the Via Napoli guys, the same organization. So we'll have to do some investigating and see if this is the same people. Mm-hmm. And do some digging.
I like it. Okay, so Vivo Gelateria serves expertly crafted gelato made with fresh seasonal ingredients, panini sandwiches, and espresso drinks. So Vivoli Gelateria. Hopefully I'm saying that right. That one sounds great. And then Tea Traders Cafe by Joffrey's. So Tea Traders Cafe will specialize in premium loose leaf teas, hot, iced, and blended, featuring custom blends, accessories, and packaged teas from all over the globe, created to go for a tea experience in the cafe. Oh, created or to go. So you can take it with you or not. Enjoy it in the cafe. So I love my iced tea, so I'm excited about that. That'll be great.
I wonder if this Tea Traders is going to be part of the Disney store, because they're saying there's going to be a cafe in there. So I wonder if that's going to be part of that expansion. And I wonder if this gelateria is also part of our friend over in France, if he has anything to do with this shop. Because they are trying to use current venues and have them expand into downtown Disney or Disney Springs. I think that's part of their plan too. So I don't think they're trying to go out and get a whole bunch of new ones, but also try to, let people expand in the Disney world. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to find out on that. All right, that all sounds good. It's all coming soon, I think. I think a lot of this is going to happen this year and in the beginning of 2016. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know the second pedestrian walkway went up. That's the one down by the Sun Bank. That'll cross over to Disney Springs. That went up, and they're constructing that too. So it's happening quick. Blink, guys, it'll all be done.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about a movie we both saw. We both saw the lovely movie Tomorrowland. Has nothing to do with the theme land and the Magic Kingdom. They are calling this a mystery adventure. I don't know if there was a lot of mystery in it. I guess it was some mystery. It's rated PG. Came out May 22nd. You should go see it now before it's out of the theaters. The running time is 130 minutes, and it has a cast of George Clooney, Hugh Laurie, Britt Robinson, Rafferty Cassidy, Tim McGraw, which I was shocked, really, Catherine Hahn, Keegan-Michael Key, and Thomas Robinson, and it was directed by Brad Bird. And this comes from two-time Oscar winner Brad Bird. It's a riveting mystery adventure of Tomorrowland, starring Academy Award winner George Clooney. Bound by a shared destiny, former boy genius Frank, played by George Clooney, jaded by disillusionist and Casey Britt Robinson, a bright, optimistic teen bursting with scientific curiosity, embark on a dangerous mission to unearth the secrets of the enigmatic place somewhere in time and space known only as Tomorrowland. I am going to say this. Here's the thing with this movie. I thought it was a really good movie. The acting was great. The backgrounds and the special effects and the cinematography was spectacular. That stuff was all great. You're blown away with what tomorrow could be. But I love Brad Bird, but he likes to put in this Earth message. If you saw WALL-E, that was an Earth message, and Tomorrowland also has a similar Earth message. And if you can kind of get past that, I think you'll enjoy the movie. Just pretend you don't know anything about the Earth coming to an end when you watch it and when you see it. If you could put that aside, I think under there was a really good movie. I think kids will enjoy this. Scientific kids, will enjoy this. It has a lot of interesting technology, scientific things in it. What'd you think, Krista?
I loved it, and I so agree with you about the CGI and the cinematography. It was just spectacular, and I'm sad that it's going to be taken out of the movie theater, because to me, that kind of stuff, it's worth the extra few bucks to enjoy it in the movie theater, to be wowed by this and the sounds and the, just it was just gorgeous. And I mean, that's what I put in my review on my blog, that I just thought it was a beautiful movie. And my friend that saw it with me was really surprised about how endearing George Clooney was. I guess normally he's not as warm and fuzzy as he was in this movie. And, just kind of a cool, new, fresh take on George Clooney. I thought he was great. I enjoy the movie, and I'm really sad that it's not doing better in the box office.
Yeah, it's really not doing that great in the box office. And with the stuff that's going to be coming out in the next month or two, it's really not going to survive the summer. I'm sure Disney had plans to keep it out for the entire summer, but I don't think it's going to last that long. It's going to get crushed by things like Jurassic Park, Ant-Man, Inside Out. There's a lineup of things that are going to come out that are just going to squash this movie and make it impossible to see. So, if you do want to see it in the movie theaters, I think we see it in 3D?
No.
I don't know if that was in 3D, which is kind of surprising for a Disney movie. Bill Cotter, who we had on this show, helped contribute to this movie as ways of showing the World's Fair. And it was very interesting to see the World's Fair almost as a character in this movie. If you remember the 1964 World's Fair, you may want to go see it for that. It doesn't play a big part, but it does. I would call it a character in the movie, because that's kind of how the whole movie starts. But I definitely say it's a go see. I would not say leave it alone or wait for DVD. I would probably see this in the movies or try to see it in the movies. If not, definitely get it when it comes out on DVD.
And I want to mention that they've just replaced the Tomorrowland preview with an Inside Out preview inside the Imagination Pavilion at Epcot. So if you're in town over the next few days and you want to check out the preview for Inside Out, you can go in there and check it out, include it in your park admission to Epcot. So it's funny. I think Tony and I are going to get to go to the media preview and see the full movie before we have a chance to get to see the preview.
That's good. I don't think previews.
I want to go see it just because I know for Tomorrowland the seats moved a little bit and that kind of stuff. So it's just fun with the added extra elements. So I'll probably still go check it out. I have a feeling I am going to love Inside Out.
Oh, I know I am.
I think that I'm going to love it.
Yeah.
So
it looks great already. I've only seen one trailer from it, and I really don't like doing that, but I think it's going to kick butt this summer. It's going to be the killer movie of the summer. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
I think it's going to give Jurassic Park a good run for its money.
Take that, you dinosaurs.
Exactly.
So next up, we have lots of wonderful 60th anniversary Disneyland news from Randy. Randy, thank you so much for sending this in. And remember, you guys, you can check out Randy and buy his book at faithinthemagickingdom.com. So first things first, the weekly Disneyland Diamond Days prize up until June 5th has been announced. And this one is White Diamond plus Disneyland Dream Suite. So an authentic, certified 1-carat white diamond, custom engraved with a hidden Mickey, plus an overnight stay in the magical Disneyland Dream Suite, which that, of course, is located above the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction in New Orleans Square of Disneyland Park. And if you're in the Dream Suite, you're going to get a really rare view of the Magic Kingdom after guests have departed, which is a money can't buy experience. How much would I love to win this? That sounds great. Also, new pressed coins are making their debut for the Disneyland Resort Diamond Celebration. Disneyland is introducing 60 new pressed coins themed to favorite attractions, icons, and characters. So guests can find them all. They're also introducing a new pressed coin location guide. And you can find printed brochures at City Hall in Disneyland Park, the Chamber of Commerce, and Disney California Adventure, and select merchandise locations throughout the resort. Or you can download a PDF that's linked within the Disney Parks blog post announcing the new designs. And we'll put a link to that in the show notes for you so you can plan out your pressed coin adventure before you go to Disneyland. And there's also some new gourmet apples to enjoy. Mickey and Minnie Mouse apples are enrobed in caramel, dipped in chocolate, and dusted in sparkling blue sanding sugar, with final touches of chocolate gem buttons and a diamond-shaped bow for Minnie Mouse. If caramel apples aren't your thing, there's also a 60th anniversary-inspired marshmallow wand, cake pops, and crispy treats. They've gone nostalgic with chocolate-dipped caramel bars with and without sea salt, along with the pecan roll and other delicious treats. Note that not all items are available at all candy locations, so if you're looking for something specific, be sure to ask where it can be found. Also, on the subject of food, Disneyland Resort Diamond Celebration truffles will be offered at select signature restaurants throughout Disneyland Resort. So the restaurants will be Blue Bayou Restaurant, Carthay Circle, and Steakhouse 55. They're available to guests without dining reservations at all 3 locations as well. Each theme box contains 4 truffles with flavors inspired by the location. What a fun idea. For Carthay Circle Restaurant and Steakhouse 55, guests must be 21 years of age or older to purchase these due to the alcohol content by volume. Also, the Disney Parks blog reports that nighttime at the Disneyland Resort is now a little brighter with the release of new Made with Magic items. Created especially for the Disneyland Resort Diamond Celebration, they've introduced a celebratory ear hat and a magical paintbrush. This new hat includes an all-over 60th anniversary pattern and a specially designed patch. Disney also made the hat lighter and improved the overall fit. The paintbrush has multiple light-up functions and operates the same way as the previously released Sorcerer Mickey wand. Guests can use the paintbrush to change the light patterns of other Made with Magic items. Both the ear hat and the paintbrush will interact with select nighttime spectaculars at Disneyland Resort. Guests can also use these new items at select Disney destinations around the world. And our Tokyo correspondent Trish was in town, and when we walked by the cart with all of these, she just got so excited because these are a really big deal over in Tokyo, and her son has, I guess, several of the items and just really loves them and has a lot of fun with them. So I haven't heard a lot about them here at Disney World. I'm not sure why that is. Apparently they're really a lot of fun, so hopefully we'll get more and more of this kind of stuff over here in Disney World as well. So there you have it.
Yeah, the 60 stuff. The merchandise looks pretty cool. I've seen a lot of the merchandise recently. The 2 shows, I've now seen multiple videos of Paint the Night, and that thing is. I saw this video on YouTube that was almost like 4K quality, and this thing, I mean, was awesome. It was a great video. Should probably post a link to that so other people can see it. And I don't know, they're doing a lot of interesting things. I saw. I went to that link for the pennies, and that's pretty interesting. You know, it's good because only 3 of the 60 items are quarters. All the rest really are just pennies. So, so it'll cost you only about $30 to get all of them, which won't be too bad, except for the ones that are quarters. And then plus the penny.
Wow. Yeah, so they're still one of the most least expensive souvenirs that you can find at a Disney park, right?
Well,
that's pretty good. Less than $30.
You got to remember, it costs you 51 cents to make a penny. It costs you 2 quarters and a penny. And then for the quarter, it costs you $1. I think it's $1.50 for a quarter. So yeah, but yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, because you can't get a pencil for less than, what is it, $5, $4.99, $3.99 now? I think they are. It's like ridiculous. Yeah, the merchandise is very cool, and it was nice to see Trish at the meetup, the all-nighter. Well, before the all-nighter, no, she was at there. She was at the
all-nighter. Yeah. So, got to come to the meetups. You never know who you're going to meet.
Could talk to somebody from Tokyo Disney.
Yeah, all the way from Japan. Yeah. It was so wonderful to see her, and it's just so funny that her mom lives right pretty much in my neighborhood. So I drove her home back to her mom's after the event. So it was great, really fun.
Yeah, it was nice to spend time with her and chit chat. So it was good to see her. Finally put a face to the.
And now, the Disney Parks Podcast Infotainment segment.
Resort either for free or maybe cost you a little bit extra. But
you definitely don't need a park ticket for any of these, right?
You don't need a park ticket for any of these. There are a lot of things to do at the resorts, and I can't say, well, there's better things to do at the deluxe resorts than there are at the value resorts, because you have your equal share. And even if you're staying at a value resort, you can still go do the things at the deluxe resort. There's nobody says, hey, you can't go do that. And if you're a DVC member, you guys even have, I think, even a little bit more magic, because you have community rooms and things like that, and a whole bunch of other activities that are built in to the DVC membership. And sometimes, as a DVC member, you get some things discounted too, which also help. I have a pretty good list. We may get to all or some, or things like that, but I'll try to mix up some free things with some things that cost money, and then you guys can decide what you want to do. So you want to start, Krista, or you want me to start?
Well, sure. Yeah, I just wanted to kick it off by mentioning a monorail crawl. So, the Disney Parks podcast monorail crawls are a lot of fun. But if your vacation doesn't quite line up with when we're meeting up, you can always do your own, and just travel from resort to resort and try a drink of your choice or not. Just maybe you want to just go ride the monorail and visit all the resorts. You can do that too without a park ticket. It's a lot of fun. I know it was one of our family favorite pastimes when we weren't able to get passes for the parks or whatever. You can still kind of get your Disney fix as a local by visiting the resorts and taking part in that. So monorail crawls, there you go.
Yep. And if you have kids, make it a cupcake crawl, make it a candy crawl, make it a hidden Mickey crawl, make it a whatever crawl. You don't have to have cocktails. The best part of any Disney resort probably is the pool. Disney had done a survey, I think it was like 2 years ago, maybe more. Maybe it's closer to 5 years now. And they asked, I think it was something like 5,000 kids, what was the number one thing they wanted to do when they went on vacation. And the answer was 84% said pools. They wanted to go to the pool. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a Disney park when some kid is screaming, "Ma, can't we go back to the pool?" I'm like, hey, take the kid back to the pool, please. Anyway, every Disney resort has one, and everyone is themed. They are awesome. They have slides, and they have pool activities galore. It usually starts around 11 o'clock in the afternoon and goes probably to about 4 o'clock. And they have a DJ out there. They have games for the kids. So if your kid is by the pool, they will be properly cared for by Disney lifeguards and Disney little pool counselors, and be given things to do all day long. If they want to participate, they can. If they don't, they certainly don't have to. They can do their own thing. But there are plenty of things to do at the pool, around the pool, in the pool. And you can make a whole day of hanging around the pool and just relaxing. Take advantage. Don't feel shy. Get in that water. And all of the pools are heated. So even if you're coming here in January, yes, the air's a little cold, but the pool is warm. And if the pool's not warm, then get in a hot tub, because every pool's got a hot tub. Pool. Yeah. Water everywhere.
Another thing you can do is just look for hidden Mickeys. So I know Wilderness Lodge is just chock full of hidden Mickeys. If you go to the Grand Floridian and look down at the marble floors, you'll see some beautiful designs and shapes of all the characters in the Disney universe. Just fun things like that to look for, hidden Mickeys, hidden secrets. You can always talk to the cast members at the resorts, and they'll help guide you if you have questions, stuff like that. But that's always a fun activity. There's Mickey everywhere on property. So
okay, the next one on the list is bike rentals and bike trails. I just recently was doing a little research on this, and there were plenty of places to ride a bike at Disney. I had really no idea that there were safe trails. I'm not talking about riding a bike along Osceola Parkway. I'm talking about nice safe bike trails where cars are not going to squash you like a bug. Most of the probably moderate and deluxe will have bike rentals. I don't think any of the values have bike rentals. I think probably the best place to go ride a bike is Fort Wilderness. Hands down, there are bike trails there, and if you just ride around, the campground itself is just a nice view as well. Next time, maybe if you want to get out, take a bike for a ride. There are Surrey bikes that you can do over at the boardwalk. Yes, you're kind of limited to that loop. Hey, that's still, the whole family can go. I think they seat either 4 or 6 or 8, I think now. Because you can put the kids up front and then there's, 4 in the back. Yeah, you can hold 6 people and go for a nice little bike ride around the boardwalk. Kind of work off your dinner.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like fun. And so you got to really watch out sometimes. People ride really fast. So just if you're a pedestrian walking, watch out for the bikes sometimes. So another great thing you can do at some of the Disney resorts are the culinary tours. This is so cool. So Florence came to town. Hey, Florence, if you're listening. And she was telling us that she went on the Animal Kingdom Lodge culinary tour and she thoroughly enjoyed it. It was complimentary and she got to try some food from Boma and, some samples and stuff like that. And off the top of my head, I'm not sure where else they do these. Do you know, Tony?
I'm not sure.
I'll look it up because I think there's a couple other places too, but culinary tours.
Yeah, I want to say there's something at the Wilderness, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, definitely put those on the radar if you haven't heard about this. This is really cool. So
talking about that, some resorts, Wilderness being one, will offer resort tours. So kind of give you a walking tour of the resort, give you a little history, maybe how it was built, why it was designed this way, things like that. I hear, I have not been I really keep kicking myself for not going, that the Wilderness one is probably one of the better ones to try. But I believe some of the other resorts also offer this as well. Ask, at your front desk, ask about, things to do at the resort. And there's usually a long laundry list of activities.
So also, we should probably talk about the Chippendale Campfire Sing-Along. So this is a famous one that's been around for years and years. You can do this at Wilderness Lodge, or actually Fort Wilderness. So you got to go over to the campgrounds. But they have the Singing Cowboy. You can hug Chippendale. You can buy chocolate and marshmallows and roast them on the fire, or bring your own, as we did, because we had a Disney Parks podcast meetup at the Chippendale Campfire Sing-Along once, and we totally need to do that again. We should put that on the list for wintertime because that was so fun. But the Chippendale Campfire Sing-Along, and they also show a movie, I think, that you can watch. So that's super fun. If you haven't taken time out to do that one, it's so wonderful and relaxing. It's one of those things where you just kind of forget you're on property at a theme park. It's just so rustic. You're in the woods and it's very fun.
All the deluxe now have some kind of fire pit. So you can do the marshmallow roasting at that. And then every resort has a movie every night. Mm-hmm. Check with the front desk. They will tell you what movie is playing and where it is playing. Grab a towel, go watch a movie under the stars. It's kind of fun. They have nice speakers and they set up this big 100-inch, pop-up screen and, something to do.
Yes.
Okay, the next thing is let's talk about watercraft rental. You can rent boats almost everywhere. You can, if you go to the Contemporary, which is on Bay Lake, you get a few extra things that you can't do other places. One is you'll be able to do parasailing, and they have some jet skis for rent, and I think you can do some water skiing because there's a Sammy DeVal's rental there. But boat rentals are available at the Poly, the Grand Floridian, Wilderness, Port Orleans, French Quarter, Old Key West. There are plenty of places to rent boats and take them out for a nice little. You can rent out a little 2-seater. You can rent out a Boston Whaler, or you can rent out a pontoon. And if you want, you can even do one of the fireworks cruises on the pontoon boat, and that will be some extra fun. You can do that either for wishes or for illuminations. There are things to do out on the water, and there's lots of waterways to take boats out on.
Yes. So fun. Next up, we should probably mention the Pirate Adventure Cruises. So these are a lot of fun. They do charge a fee for these, and you can book them in advance, usually through WDW Dine. They can book them for you, or WDW Tour. Pirate Adventure Cruise. I know the one for the kids is really fun because they get to meet Peter Pan at the end at the Contemporary. So that's just a little bonus that comes with that one. So definitely look into those little cruises that they've got departing from the various resorts. You don't have to be a resort guest to book these, and you don't need a park ticket. Something fun and different to do. Definitely on a night that's either warm or cool. This would be fun, I think, floating out on the water on Disney property.
I also think there's a new one over at Port Orleans too, a pirate adventure cruise, which is different from the one that they do for Wishes. I think the one over at Port Orleans happens during the day.
Okay, all right.
You may want to look into that as well. And there are plenty of places to play golf. If you don't like any of Disney's golf courses, there are plenty of places to play golf in Orlando. It is the land of golf. I think we probably have more golf courses than we do bathrooms in Orlando. Every place you go, there's golf. Some are free. None of the golf is free.
Well, did we cover everything? Arcades? Of course, a lot of the resorts have arcades. I know that's becoming something that's less and less and smaller and smaller because there's not so much of a need for that as there used to be.
Since every kid carries an arcade in their pocket.
Right. So, but we mentioned sports in the playgrounds. There are playgrounds. Yep. There's even one at Epcot now, at least during Flower and Garden. I don't know if it's there all year long, but they've got one out right now. So just so much to do, and you don't even necessarily need a park ticket. So it's one of the reasons it's fun to be local or a visitor to Walt Disney World, because there's just so many things to do and discover. It's never the same adventure twice. So definitely write to us and let us know if you've tried one or more of these, what you thought of it, and if maybe you've discovered some other fun things that you can do without a park ticket. Let us know.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So I guess we'll wrap up the show with that. We just want to thank you guys so much for listening to the Disney Parks podcast, and we will see you in the parks.
Hi, I'm Tony.
And I'm Krista. Tune into our show, Stars and Motor Cars, Saturday afternoons at 6 p.m. Eastern on Sorcerer Radio.
Every week, you'll hear us chat with Disney legends, Imagineers, and actors like Pat Carroll, the voice of Ursula.
And I help?
Yes, I do.
Disney legend and Imagineer Bob Gurr.
Pedro Hare, the voice of Belle.
Beast! Disney Resort TV's Stacey J. Oswald.
And author Ridley Pearson.
And Bill Farmer, the voice of Goofy.
Something wrong here.
And so many more. You'll also hear your favorite Disney Parks Parade music.
Follow us on Twitter at Disney Podcaster and on Facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast.
To get even more Disney fun, download our sister show, the Disney Parks Podcast, on iTunes. Tune in to Stars and Motor Cars, presented by the Disney Parks Podcast, Saturday afternoons at 6 p.m. Eastern,
3 p.m. Pacific, only on Sorcerer Radio.
SRSounds.com.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.
Like a boat out of the blue, fate steps in